Nice
What's
to
your
meet you.
name?
I'm Khoa. I haven't talked with you before.
Yeah. When did we talk and what did we talk about?
Um, I don't know, but do you remember I talked with you that I'm a web developer? We talk about the language. I coding it like C sharp, HTML. Make you remember?
To be fair, I don't remember, but
Yeah, yes. It's so fun.
I've talked to a fair number of people who are web devs, and so you use C Sharp and HTML. That means then that you're a full stack.
Yes.
Okay. How's work?
I'm sorry, I can understand.
How is work?
How's it work? It's meaning teacher.
How is work? Like, is work treating you well? You still have a job? You're still looking for a job?
Currently, I do not looking for a new job. I just
I am not.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay. So then you have work. Good. How is it treating you? Are you feeling happy and fulfilled? Challenged?
I think it's really challenging me today. I also do some business like uh, try to create a flow, get back the money from the customer, but with a lot of things like we need to have a concern about the security flow. That's the reason why we need to create some specific flow for the customer. The purpose and behind the scene is to get back money, but with the security we have been dividing. But we also, because that a new customer, but that make the challenge for we how can define a good flow for them. But a good flow, but has a security, but the symbol with the like the customer don't want to have a lot of steps, but make like we need to define just a two step. Like first step is register the accepted for the accepted the allow for getting the chart, the VCC chart, and then just the get back money from the bank account of the customer. That's easy for do it. Yeah.
Okay. Did you want to take a mock part 1 IELTS speaking test?
Yes, of course. I really want to know what's the core I have.
Score. Okay. Well, just to give you a heads up, and I'll say this again later. All scores I say are very non-committal. Please don't quote me. I'm just going to give you one part of 3, and I'm doing it very lightly. So whatever I say is just me giving you a off-the-cuff guess. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and then let's begin the test. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Where is your hometown?
I live in Củ Chi, and it's really near in the Ho Chi Minh City. I take 30 minutes to go to the center, and in my hometown we have a lot of beautiful place. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Do you like your hometown?
Yes, of course. I really like my hometown because that about the Củ Chi. We had Củ Chi tunnel had a lot of heroes in the past. We stand for in the world. I really appreciate the people, and we also today we have a lot of favorite food like a sugar cane from the Củ Chi is really famous, and we also have a special food like phở, and also the special thing like people in the hometown. My hometown is really friendly.
Okay. So you're saying Gucci has a Gucci brand pho?
Tunnel. Yes, Gucci. For in Gucci, have favorite friend is Quỳnh Mai.
Okay, I did not know that there was a Gucci brand pho. What is your hometown like?
I'm sorry.
What is your hometown
I'm sorry,
like?
I can hear you. Sorry.
What is your hometown like?
Can you give me more detail about questions?
Can you tell me more details about your hometown? How does it make you feel? Things like that.
Yes, I got it. I thank you for that. And from the Ho Chi Minh City, you need to take 30 minutes to go to the go to the Gucci, and it's today it's more and more modern than before. In the past, in my hometown, do not have a lot of industry like today, and I think my hometown is more and more modern, and have a lot of people come into my hometown.
Okay. What is the oldest place in your hometown?
Oldest place in my hometown is as I talked before that Gucci Tunnel. It's very famous place.
And that's the oldest place?
Yes.
Okay. Did not know that.
When the people think about the Gucci, that many people know about the Gucci Tunnel. They remember that place. Yeah.
Okay. What is there for a foreigner to do or see in your hometown?
They want to try something like when they want to go to Gucci, they want to discover about the Gucci Tunnel, and then they also try to on the 22 Street. We also offer for the customer like sugar cane and some special food like come from the meat and no. Yeah, from cow.
Okay, beef.
Yeah, beef. Yeah.
All right. How could your hometown be improved?
I think today is as a lot of places around the world, my hometown also improve, because as I can grow up, I can see a lot of company they try to go to my hometown. They build a lot of things like a lot of company try to investment into my hometown. They try to build a lot of building. They try to build a lot of resources in my company, in my country, and I can see that a lot of people from a lot of hometown come to my hometown. Yeah.
Has your hometown changed much since you were a child?
Definitely yes, because I try to give for you the example that when I just 10 years old, I cannot see a lot of motorbike, but today I can see a lot of motorbike and car. It's really modern, and in behind that I also see a lot of vintage house. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think your hometown is a good place to bring up children?
I think yes, because that a lot of people, they really have a concern that how to improve for the kid in my hometown. They also conduct a lot of school. Like we also try to build. They try to build a lot of new school in my hometown. And
Okay.
and another thing I can see in that state a lot of English club and a lot of English class that have been popular in my hometown.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Quan. You did okay. Let me give you some direct feedback on some mistakes. I do not look for work. I am not looking for work. I am not.
Yeah.
It's really near in it. Take 30 minutes, go to center. It's very near Saigon. It only takes 30 minutes to get to the city center.
Yeah.
As I talked before, as I said before, or as I mentioned previously, I asked how could your hometown be improved, and you really just talked about how your hometown has changed. But how could your hometown be improved is a request for speculation, not a request for history. Meat from the cow,
Yeah.
cow meat or beef.
Yeah.
I was just, oh no, he said, I just 10-year old. I was just 10 years old. And you said conduct a lot of school. I think you meant to say construct. Construct a lot of schools. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at the bands and see what I have to say about that. Fluency Band 5 usually maintains a flow of speech, but uses repetition, self-correction, or slow speech to keep going. I would say that was true. That's Band 5 right there. May overuse certain connectives and discourse markers. I think you did okay there. Produces simple speech fluently, but more complex communication causes fluency problems. I do agree that the more complex ones do cause problems. For lexical resources, vocabulary, I would definitely give you about a 4. Is able to talk about familiar topics, but can only convey basic meaning on unfamiliar, and makes frequent errors in word choices. Specifically, I'm thinking of the word beef, which, yeah, I mean, it's just a word, but it is a pretty basic word. On the other hand, you are capable of communicating what you wanted to say, you just didn't have the right word for it, so that's good. Grammar. Produces simple or basic sentence forms and some correct simple sentences, but subordinate structures are rare. Errors are frequent and may lead to misunderstanding. Yeah, I think there was one definitely where I felt like misunderstanding could have been easily led to. Pronunciation. Attempts to control features, but lapses are frequent. Uses a limited range of pronunciation features. I think you're probably a 5 there. So I'd probably say you're probably a 4.5 on speaking, just as a guess. It's 5, 4, 4. You're going to want to increase your vocabulary, and I don't recommend it by memorizing IELTS vocabulary.
Yeah.
I recommend that you consume English a lot by watching videos, reading books, reading articles, talking to people, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
And that will help you naturally learn the correct vocabulary to use. If you attempt to study IELTS vocabulary before you have a good vocabulary, the IELTS vocabulary will just make your English worse, okay?
Yeah, thank you for having me and thank you for your advice. Have a nice day.
Yep.
Sure.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
to you and bye-bye.
Yeah.
A Brian T. Brian T. Sao. Interesting. Hello.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Wonderful. What's your name?
Yeah, my name's Luyện.
Brian?
Yeah.
All right. Just so that you're aware, everyone is going to call you Brian based upon your Brian. Unless you maybe put a space between the I and the A, then they'll know it's Brian. Because, yeah, the way your name is written, it's definitely going to be called Brian. So if your name is Brian, then I'm going to guess you're a girl?
Yeah, I'm a girl.
Okay, where do you live?
Yeah, I live in Jebin province.
Okay. And are you a high school student?
Yeah, now I'm studying in a high school.
Okay, cool. Are you planning on taking the IELTS in the future?
Yeah, in the future I will the IELTS in November.
In November?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you taking the IELTS?
Yeah, because I need to apply in the university.
Oh, okay. What will you apply for? What major do you want to study?
Yeah, I want to become a doctor in the future.
Really?
Yeah.
What made you decide you want to become a doctor?
Yeah, I think a surgeon.
Why? Why do you want to become a surgeon?
Yeah, because I think it's very helpful for my family and my people and the people, and I think it's very cool.
Okay. So how does being a surgeon help your family?
I think when I become a doctor, so I can know more about the health and the way to have the healthy in my life, so that I think I can have my family know more information related about their health.
Okay. But usually surgeons, especially, they aren't about living a healthy lifestyle. They're about correcting a broken body.
Yeah, I think the body.
Okay. Well, are you ready to start the mock test?
What?
Are you ready to start your mock test?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. Are you good at art?
What? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Are you good at art?
I think I'm not good about that. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Yeah, because I think that I draw very bad. Yeah.
Okay. Did you learn art in school?
No. When I study in a secondary school, I have learned art in school, but when I go to the high school, it's not my subject.
Okay. Is art popular in Vietnam?
Yeah, I think it depends on the student and the people want to become in their career path.
Okay. What kind of art do you like?
Yeah, I think that I like to art related about the picture that very famous in the past, like Van Gogh. Yeah.
Van Gogh? Okay. Have you ever been to an art gallery?
No, because I live in a countryside. Yeah, so in my city, is not participating art gallery. So it's in my dream to go to the art gallery.
Okay. Do you think children can benefit from going to art galleries?
I think yes. When children and students go to art gallery, they can explore new things that they want to learn and learn more about their new picture.
All right. All right. All right, Brianne. So I would like to first of all recommend that you practice paraphrasing your questions. This last one was a really good example of a time where paraphrasing would have been a good idea. Do you think children can benefit from going to art galleries? Yes. Okay, you've answered the question. I love that you answered the question first. But then you followed it on in such a way that it wasn't 100% clear if you understood the question. So one of the ways that you can make sure that the examiner knows for sure you understand the question is to basically repeat it back as a sentence. Yes, I do think children can benefit from going to art galleries. Now, there's no ambiguity in this answer that you understood and are answering the question. And it wasn't just this last one. I think most of your questions, there was a little bit of ambiguity in your answer. Basically, you answered it, but you didn't make it 100% clear what you were answering. So paraphrasing and repeating the question back is a powerful and valuable skill in the IELTS, okay?
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of your mistakes. In the future, the IELTS in November. I'll take the IELTS. And it's no need to say in the future. Actually, it was an attempt to paraphrase, I feel, which was good. I asked you, will you take the IELTS? And you said, yes, in the future I'll take. But you don't need to say in the future here, because in the future usually means not soon. And November's pretty soon. So what you say is, yeah, I plan to take the IELTS at a definite point. The definite point is November. If there was no definite point, then you can say future. In the near future, or or down the road in the future are good ways to say it. But if you're going to say November, you don't need to say in the future. And don't forget, I'll take the IELTS in November. You said, yeah, yeah. I think I am not good about that. I think I am not very skilled in art. I think it depends. I think it depends on what you want to do with your life, or where you would what type of work you want to do. I live in a countryside. I don't live in a countryside. I live in the countryside. Or I live in a provincial town where there are where we do not have, it's not that there is no participation, we do not have any art galleries. To say it is not participate in art gallery is not good.
Okay.
All right. So let me give you some feedback on where I think you could be on this. So I didn't see much opportunity for you to use connectors. So your sentences, if you're not using many connectors, that probably means that you're not making long statements. Cannot respond without noticeable pauses and may speak slowly with frequent repetition. I feel like you're probably a 4 on your fluency, especially because a couple of times I asked you a question and you didn't understand. For lexical resources, is able to talk about familiar subjects but can only convey the manages to talk about familiar subjects and unfamiliar topics, but uses your vocabulary with limited flexibility. That's true. However, I'm not sure. Again, I think you're probably going to get a 4 on vocabulary because of paraphrasing. If you could get a 5, you could get a 4 because you're paraphrasing. But if you're more direct with your paraphrasing, at least that will push you up to a 6 for paraphrasing, even if your words are pretty limited. Grammar produces basic structure forms and some correct simple sentences, but subordinate structures are rare. Which brings us back to what I was saying earlier. You don't use a lot of connectives. Therefore, it's probably because you're not using full thought sentences, and therefore you probably lack a lot of subordinate structures. Which means that I would probably give you a 4 on your grammar. For your pronunciation, let's see, uses a range of pronunciation features with mixed control, shows some effective use of features, but this is not sustained, can generally be understood throughout, though mispronunciation of individual words may reduce clarity. I didn't really have any difficulty understanding you. I think your best one was pronunciation, and I would probably give you a 6 on pronunciation. So, 4.5, maybe 5, maybe. Depending, it could be a 5. It could be a 4.5, depending on the day and the teacher that you use. Which I guess I would say, please practice. I know you're probably shooting for a higher goal, and the best way to get there is to practice often. Find opportunities to talk to people. Watch videos on YouTube. Shadow the videos and focus on talking as much as you can in order to train your mouth to speak, okay?
Okay. Thank
All right,
you.
Brianne. It was nice to meet you, and I hope I have the chance to talk to you again in the future. Maybe you can come back and tell me how you did on your IELTS test.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Good.
Hello, I'm here.
How are you?
I'm good, but
Wonderful.
today I have done some like reading test, but not good.
All right. All right, we'll get to that. I have done. All right. And so why are you taking the IELTS?
What?
Why are you taking the IELTS?
Because I want to apply because just my university require like qualification about IELTS. You need to like acquire more than 6.5, and then you can join in your university, my university.
Okay, so I understand what you mean. I'm having a really hard time understanding how you're saying it. What you mean is, in order to attend the university I want, I must have a 6.5. Yes?
What?
What you mean to say is, in order to apply to my university, or in order to be accepted at my university, I need a 6.5.
Because if you have 6.5, like the proportion of your university accept you is more higher than.
The likelihood. Not promotion, not proportion. That doesn't make sense. But if you said the likelihood,
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean.
I know you don't. You said the proportion of the university that accepts you are higher. The correct way to say that is the likelihood of the university accepting you is higher. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Dangkhoa, Dangkhoa.
Okay. All right. And all right. Let's go ahead and do the test.
Before testing, can I ask you some questions?
No, but after the test, I can.
Oh, just I asked what do we need to verify in part one, because my teacher at English Center just say you just need to verify in part two, part one, and part three. You don't need to verify. Is it right or wrong?
That's wrong.
Oh, thank you.
You should. There's many reasons why you need to paraphrase throughout the entire thing. First of all, you need to show it. You need to show that you're ready to paraphrase. So let me give you an example, or read for you right here. Band 4 rarely attempts to paraphrase. Rarely implies you have many opportunities and you don't take many of them. You only take a few or hardly any. So if you only paraphrase in part 2, then that's one time. So if they only measure it in part 2, then it's 1 for 1. You either did or you didn't. Why use the word rarely? But if they're checking it on part 1, part 2, and part 3, then you have many opportunities to paraphrase, and therefore, so part 1 has between 8 and 12 questions, and part 3 has between 4 and 5 questions. Even if they're checking paraphrasing on part 3, rarely is not, again, appropriate wording for 4 or 5 questions. You would rarely when there's many, but you would not rarely when there are few. So just by the syntax of that phrase, rarely paraphrases, we know that you're being checked on your paraphrasing throughout the entire test. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay, let's do the test, and then we can talk more about this. Are you ready to do the mock test? Dangkhoa, are you ready to do the mock test?
Yes.
All right. Do you like music?
Yes, absolutely. When I feel like frustrating, I often turn on some tunes for me to relax. Also, like try some new snack for it. Also help me to relax too.
When you feel fluctuating?
When I have like a low score at my examination at school, or like maybe my friend like say me to skip class, and then I skip to, but my teacher had detected me skip class and then announced for my friend present, so I went there.
What's your favorite type of music?
To be honest, I'm a person who loves lo-fi chill. With time music can, like, I often turn on this when I learning or maybe I feel boring. But nowadays I prefer like rock music than, because when I was child, I'm not like I'm just an introvert person, so I don't really like. But nowadays I appear some like new singer rap, and I really enjoy it.
Okay. Can you sing?
Not yet. I just know how to play instrument, but I like my voice is not good. And some people have give me advice. You can go to the music center to enhance this skill.
Okay. If you could learn a musical instrument, what musical instrument would you learn?
I would learn guitar because guitar is very common nowadays. Also, it's very easy, user friendly for me. Because nowadays, with the development of technologies, there are more and more apps in App Store you can download and then learn by yourself from it.
Okay. Do you think music is important in your country?
Yes, absolutely. Music is play a crucial role in it's also a connection between people and people, because nowadays we also have some agreement happening in music, so for example, Obito and MCK have published some music to agree about some agreement between them also.
Okay. All right. All right. Dan Kwa, the first thing I want to advise is that you practice paraphrasing. You rarely paraphrased.
Thank you.
And that is a big deal. If you rarely paraphrase, the highest you can get on lexical resources is a 4. So as soon as you start trying to paraphrase more than once, you will begin to have opportunities to get 5, 6. Manages to talk about familiar and unfamiliar topics. I don't know how good you are about talking about unfamiliar topics. That is one of the limitations of part 1. But I would say, I think that maybe we're still on a band 4 for vocabulary. Is able to talk about familiar topics, but can only convey basic meaning on unfamiliar topics, and makes frequent errors in word choice. All right, so this is actually one of my pet peeves about people learning for the IELTS, is that they're always trying to talk like they have a band 8, and that's a mistake. I know many band 8 speakers, and they don't talk with big words. They talk with the correct words. And then they go to take their IELTS and they get a band 8 or better. So you said when fluctuating. I actually don't know what you meant. Fluctuating is when things change. And it usually means that things are changing in a narrow region. It's usually used for talking about something that is constantly changing, and often deals with things like technical things such as how electronics and electrical devices or radios work. Frustrated, that could have been what he meant. Maybe even that's what he said. That's actually a really good guess. You said, to be honest, he said, honest. The H is not pronounced. It is honest, not honest. When I feel boring, this is a very common mistake. It makes me laugh every time I hear it, because you are calling yourself a person who bores other people. And I don't think you mean that you cause other people to be bored. I think you mean when you feel bored. Boring is what you do. Bored is what you feel. You said when I was child. Was very good. Was a child. Generally speaking, we put an or the in front of a lot of our words, especially if they're singular. I would learn guitar. I would learn the guitar, or I would learn to play the guitar. All right, for fluency. Cannot respond without noticeable pauses and may speak slowly with frequent repetition and self-correction. I think that's correct. Produces basic sentence forms and some correct simple sentences, but subordinate clauses are rare. I don't know that they're rare enough, if you want to know the truth. Errors are frequent and may lead to misunderstanding. Occasionally I did misunderstand you. Pronunciation shows some effective use of features, but this is not sustained. Mispronunciations are frequent and may cause difficulty for the listener. Yes.
Yes.
So I would say 4 on fluency, lexical resources, and grammar, and 5 on pronunciation. I know that the test is coming up soon, right?
Yes.
When will you take the test?
What?
When will you take your test?
Maybe at the end of this month.
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to say that. Okay. I will say that I think you've made an error in how you understand this test. You think of this as a test where you study really hard and you squeeze by. But the answer to this test is that you actually should improve your English. Basically, if you want a 6.5, which is what you need, you should focus on the everyday basic communication. The use of big words is mostly going to detriment you because you don't know how to use them correctly, and you're spending time thinking of big words instead of thinking about communicating. I would recommend immediately practice paraphrasing until you do it correctly on every single question. Use basic but effective words. Don't try to use big words. And if you do those 2 things, you're likely to improve your fluency and your vocabulary immediately. You could, with a little bit, get to a 6 right now, but you need to focus on basic communication to get a 6.5.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
If this takes longer than you anticipated, and you have more time than this month, the big thing that you should do is you should stop studying the test. You should focus on reading. Just read anything that you find interesting. You should focus on speaking. You should go find people to talk to and get practiced in talking and not trying to impress them, not trying to show them how great your vocabulary is. Just focus on talking regularly. If you focus on talking regularly and reading regularly, because you have suddenly find yourself with more time to get it done, your English will improve towards your goal of 6.5. If you continue to try to study for the test, as somebody who used to teach students in university trying to get a 6.5, I was their lecturer at university, and they all would focus on the test. and they would a lot of students forgot to study English. They would end up failing a lot.
Yes.
All right. Good luck, and good luck on this test. And if you don't get there on this test, good luck on the next one. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.